working? Let's have a look. Yes, I am. Do 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 do. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Okay, right. That's working, which is great. So, actually, what I do need to do is my channel, Facebook pages. 2 secs, everybody. I'm just trying to. There it is. Right, that one. I'm just trying to multitask at the minute because I haven't done this from home before. So, copy, do that, and then we go there. Create post, paste. Right. There we go. Right, I've got one, that's a good start. So I'm just trying to multitask at a minute. I've just shared my link onto Paranormal Guy Southend Facebook page. And good evening, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me. Again, this is a live one. I thought now I could save a little bit of time, now I can do this. Just being a semi-stepdad, so rather than try and record it and then upload, we'll save some time, we'll just do this live straight off the bat. So yeah, no editing, just me. And welcome everybody, thank you for joining me. This is the Monday night vlog, as you know and love. And yeah, we've got a few things to cover, so bear with. And first and foremost, we've been out obviously recording again this weekend, and this time we went to Chelmsford and we visited the cathedral first of all. Tracy wanted to check that one out, so that's what we did. Didn't really pick up much energy there, to be honest. I wasn't really feeling much, and neither were the rest of the team, so we just thought we'd give it a try. If there was something there, then obviously, you know, I could have put it together and shared it on here. Didn't really pick anything up, so we sort of left it. But I had a plan B, which was Mary the Virgin Church in Great Baddow. Now there's some interesting history about that place. As I understand it, it was pretty much where the Essex part of the 1381 peasant revolt kicked off, which involved Jack Straw, not our old Home Secretary Jack Straw, this is 1381, but the main protagonist was Jack Straw. But also, two main prominent figures involved in that was a chap called Wat Tyler. Now, if you have been an Essex boy like myself, particularly around the southeast, you know, mainly Basil and Pitsea area, Wat Tyler will be well known as a Wat Tyler Park. Wat Tyler himself was one of the main protagonists in the peasant revolt, which was about the black issues that happened with the Black Death, increased taxation with our war on France, one of many. And yeah, we had so Wat Tyler, and there was another chap involved, a man called John Ball, which immediately got my interest because obviously my name's Ball, so there is a family link there. We came in when we first settled into the Anglia area. Obviously the Danish Vikings, they came in around eastern England. A lot of them settled in Anglia, come up the Thames and so on. And I traced my family lineage back to the Isle of Ely, which is Cambridgeshire, and that is part of Anglia. So there is that line there. So it was of immediate interest to myself. Although I didn't really realise it until I turned up and looked at the history, because the paranormal reports online only really spoke about. I think there was a ghost of a nun that walks through there, or monk, both, and also the ghosts of soldiers as well. Now, reading further into it, the soldiers, it looked like, were part of the peasant revolt, and we did indeed get some really good responses there. In particular, John Ball. So it appears I do have a family link. I'm going to leave it there, because when the episode comes out, I really want you to watch it. Make your own minds up. But it did take me back a little bit. You know, I was sort of one of those knock you down with a feather moments. You know, to know that one of my ancestors was heavily involved in a revolt against the ruling classes, which is weird, really, given what's going on with, you know, with all the stuff over COVID. You know, the Unite for Freedom, the worldwide protests. Obviously, I've been out filming and doing my bit to, you know, get those messages out. So, yeah, that's kind of a weird and wonderful link, if you will. So, as I say, I'm not going to say any more than that, because I will want you to watch the episode when it does come up, and obviously I will tell you when that happens. So yeah, that's basically where we were this weekend, up in Chelmsford. That was, as I say, the plan B turned out to be really good, and it's also coincided with something. I've got a couple of new pieces of equipment. Obviously, you've seen a pendulum, which I've bought a little while ago. I did actually buy two. One is for someone else, and the one I did have, that broke at Pluckley, and we felt there's kind of some bad stuff stuck to it, so I left it there. Let me put it that way. So I'm going to be ordering another one. I'm going to order a second one and make sure it's properly cleansed and all the rest of it. So yeah, that's what happened there. But as I said, cut new bits of equipment. First of all, I have a new tripod, which is going to be difficult to appreciate over a screen, but this, as I found, has been, that's the company, Expo. This was like £20. I got it. Now it said used, but it was wrapped and sealed. It's as new, and as you can see, it's quite a bit more funky than the one I bought from Cash Converters. I mean, all right, £4. I couldn't complain. But this is £20. It's more built for camcorder usage. Has a nice swivel on it, and so on. You can tighten and loosen it all. You've got little spirit level bubble there, and there's also one on the top there to show you're all straight and level. And I underestimated how tall this went. When I looked at the specs, it said it went up about 5 foot, which I thought, well, that's still better than the one I did have, because I think they only went up to about 4 foot. So to me, it was like, oh, 5 foot would be great. But I didn't realise that was just there. Once you extend this bit, it actually goes up to about 6 foot, which proved itself to be really handy. Videoing the Cambridge part of the worldwide protest, because I was able to get overheads and the umbrellas of other people to film the Good Doctor. So yeah, that's what we got. It's great. I'm well chuffed with it. It was a good £20 job off of eBay. And to the next bit, which is slightly more interesting. I don't know if I mentioned about getting another camcorder, because obviously the first one I bought. Now I've sussed out the lighting with it, because that as I found was a bit of an issue. I've sussed out the lighting with it, and it works great. The one thing it didn't have, which I think I pointed out before, was night shot, which I was sure they did have before I purchased it. I was looking at a page with specs that were inaccurate. It said it had night shot when it turned up. I couldn't see it. When I went to the Sony website, it said no. So I'm like, great, but that camera does everything else but, and I'm well happy with it. So did a web search to see what other camcorders kind of fit a similar specification to that one, but did have night shot. So what I eventually came across was this Sony, which, oh my days, it's an S10. I think it's I can barely read it. Yeah, it's an HDR S10e. That's it. Yeah, it's you can probably see a bit better there. Yeah, it's an HDR S10e, and that seemed to fit the bill. It's full HD, as you can see. I mean, obviously we do 4K now, but I mean the prices are just, you know, I mean I struggle with these two. So, but most of the time when we watch stuff on YouTube, we normally watch it on HD. So I thought, I might as well just stick to that. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. You might as well just stick to that level. So, yeah, this one seemed to fit the bill. I'd seen a few of these for sale on eBay, I think CEX as well, maybe Cash Converters websites. Well, okay, that looks good. Prices around £80 upwards. So, yeah, it's fair play. And then I came across someone put this one up on auction, been used twice in 13 years. And I'm like, okay, come with a bag, batteries, the whole caboodle's right there. So I thought, okay, I put a maximum bid in of 60 quid. There was a £7 postage, so I thought if I can get it for £60, I'm saving 15, maybe 20 quid on the ones that I have seen. So, you know, if I can get it for that, I'll be happy. I actually got it for 45 quid. £45 for a Sony camcorder. I mean, we see the Chinese ones that come up, you know, showing 4K and, you know, do everything but make the tea. And you know, I was looking at them and thinking, wow, it's a lot of spec for the money. But when I looked at the reviews for most of them, the video quality itself's okay, but there's no image stabilisation. You know, there's nothing like that. And it does show up in the quality of the videos. Whereas, okay, that's older and does HD, but you've got all that proper kit that companies like Sony will put in. So, yeah, it's got all the image stabilisation, proper optical zoom, whereas the Chinese one's all digital. The optical's better, as far as I know. So, yeah, that's where we go. Now, this one, as I say, 2008 is actually come out. And it comes with... Thank you. Sorry, I haven't muted one of my social media things, my Telegram. So, that might ping off. Anyway, yeah, so this actually comes with a built-in 40 gig hard drive, but you can also add a memory stick, alright, which I might will do just for a bit of convenience. But yeah, this is the camera, and as you can see there, that was the little thing I was looking for, a night shot. Hey Dark, good to hear you, mate. I've liked to follow my... Brilliant, cheers buddy. Yeah, we'll have a proper chat, I think, at some point. But yeah, as I said, this camera here has the night shot facility. Alright, and that's what I was looking for, which I thought was on the other one. When I couldn't see the button, I thought it might have been on software. It wasn't, it just wasn't there. So, but for all other purposes, it's been fine. So, with this one, yeah, as I got night shot, there's full HD. If I turn it on, we go there, press that little big button, swing it round. There we go, it's that lovely little Sony noise. Alright, I'm going to flick the light off a minute. Hopefully this is going to work. I'm going to flick the light off so you can have a... Oh, it's on night shot at the moment, so that's normal. Okay, and I'm going to turn the light off. Okay, so you can still see me. I love night vision mode. Yeah, I used this for the first time on Saturday night when we went to St Mary the Virgin Church in so it's been a long day. St Mary the Virgin Church in Great Baddow, and yeah, the night vision was great. But it did highlight something that I'd seen other people the video night had said, like, obviously you can see the night vision footage, but when you're walking around with it, you yourself can't see anything. So I spent a few times walking into bushes and tripping over gravestones and all sorts. So yeah, that was fun. But yeah, there we go. And if I go to night vision, I don't know how well this is going to come out. That's night. If I switch that off, I don't know if you can. I don't know how well that. You can't really see it too. You can probably see that. Yeah, just about. It's not great, but when you see the, you know, when you see my future recordings, you'll be seeing the footage off of this camera as well. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna put my light back up. As I say, I mean, 45 quid. Yeah, sort of. I know, as I say, you'll see it better when I start doing the edits for the videos, which will encompass this, which will start, obviously, with the one I've done on Saturday. You can, I mean, if you want, you can actually just look at, you know, this is a, say, Sony HDR S, I can see it now, it's printed on the top. It's a Sony HDR SR10. So if you look it up on YouTube, people have already, you know, I mean, it's been out for 13 years. There's plenty of videos of these. And it's, yeah, the quality's great. Really nice. So, yeah, that's that. I'm well chuffed. It's got come with a cradle, which is great. Just plugged it in. I'll definitely check it out when you edit my car. Thanks, matey. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, and it comes with a slot and just plug it in. It connects to the computer. Everything's uploaded fine. So, £45. I mean, used twice. I'm chuffed to bits. And it's, so even it's older, it doesn't do 4K. It's just a better quality camera than what you get from China. You know, so there we are. Those my two new bits. Camera, tripod. Yeah, we're still a far cry from full professional recordings like you'd see on TV, but hey, you know, when you're on a budget of £5 a packet of Revels, it's you get what you can. So yeah, that being that, now I've just at the moment I'm trying desperately to get my video editing done from everything that I have recorded in the last few weeks. I've been procrastinating a bit. There's been one or two things going on. Well, is that yeah, £45, mate. I mean, to be honest, even 80 odd quid, I'd have been happy. You know, and there's a few of them floating around on eBay and Cash Converters and CEX. So yeah, if you fancy one, I'd say go for it. Or anything, you know, around that spec. Full HD, night vision, it's great. The only thing that didn't come with, which my other one does, you can't use an external mic unless you want to use one of Sony's proprietary ones. It's down to you whether you do that or not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little to get around that. So if I have to walk off camera or something, to keep the audio, what I've actually done is bought a little digital voice, you know, little digital voice dictaphone thingy, which you can plug a little lavalier mic in, you know, and just sync the audio up on your edit. It's, you know, it's really easy. So instead of forking out 40, 50 quid on a proprietary microphone, I've just done that. I mean, that was, you can get these digital recorders from like a tenner. I think the one I bought is like 20 quid because I've already got one, which I use for doing, you know, picking up actual EVPs. When I've done a test recording with it with a lavalier mic, sound quality is great. You know, it works really well. But yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh yeah, yeah, that's the hot shoe mount. Now it's not a standard size. It's Sony's proprietary one, which because obviously they want you to use their stuff, so that's why they made different. You can get an adapter if you want to go that route. You know, it depends how much you want it to spend. But yeah, that's how I'm doing it. I'm just going to use that along with my other one, plus a little digital recorder, so I can, you know, so you can hear my voice loud and clear, no matter how far away I go from the camera. So yeah, that being that, as regarding editing at the moment, I'm nearly caught up. So I've been a bit of procrastination going on. I've been involved in one or two other things which has sort of eaten my time up a bit. I'm currently doing the Pluckley stuff. Now, those of you that follow Paranormal Essex will remember I collabed with them a few weeks ago. We went live, well, it was live from their channel on Facebook, and we got some really great responses over St Nicholas Church in Pluckley, and then just up the road at the bombed out church as well, which I also think is St Mary. What particularly Paige, who's clairvoyant, and myself found, there was we came across the spirit of a child who appeared to be looking for his mum, and but because there were so many of us there, we felt, you know, it was just the old saying, too many cooks and collecting haunted dolls at the minute. Yeah, I'm going to look at that as well. Yeah, I might have a what's it into that. I'll tell you what, not haunted itself, but I don't know if you watched the when I went live at St Peter's on the Wall, and we was actually in the chapel itself, and the two dolls that we brought out, we put them both out, and the one in the white sort of dress roby thing, you could see the dress moving. I believe that was the spirit of the 7-year-old girl that was playing games with me. So yeah, they're pretty good. But just make sure you lock it up and put the cross on it and prayers everywhere, because we don't want another Annabelle. That's the last thing you want. Wake up in the middle of the night and find this doll on your face. Doll, not, you know what I mean. Yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, with the Pluckley, that child, Paige and I felt that we should go back as a much quieter thing, which we did. That was the weekend I spent in Kent, which was last weekend. Yeah, not this one. And funny. Oh, you're joking. Oh, that's a recipe for disaster. You know that. Yeah, just make sure you ain't plenty of crosses around it, and yeah, through prayers and all that sort of thing, and some crystals. So yeah, because you could be waking with it up next to you. Yeah, we just felt that we needed to go back and try and help the spirit, but with a much quieter group, which in the end it turned out it was just myself, Paige and her friend Laura. I'm not going to say too much. Again, I want you to watch it. What we got in the end was quite different to what we went down there for. So you won't be disappointed. It's things just change as they do with the old spirit world. But yeah, that's the thing I'm just editing at the moment. I might even split it down into 2 episodes, which is sort of leading me on to another thing. Now, one of the other things I've been sort of mulling over as well is during the course of time from when I started this to now, the length of time I mainly try and collect positive. Yeah, Dolphin. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. I might do the same myself. I've been looking at old carvings of Norse gods, because obviously I've got Norse heritage. So I've been looking with interest at the. I've seen great wooden carvings of Odin and Freya and Balder and Thor, you know, and I quite like the look of them, so I might get some of them myself. Just be a nice addition to have. Going off on a slight tangent quick, I'm just going to show you all something. Oh. I wasn't actually going to do this, but I will now, as I said that. I was going to get a... I was looking at a big wall sheet thing with the Yggdrasil tree You know, the Yggdrasil Tree of Life, which connects the 9 realms in the Norse mythology. When I looked up, when I put in Yggdrasil in to eBay, I actually found these, which are actual divination cards, like tarots. So this is me first delving into this sort of thing. It's actually really nice. It's like £20, and you know, I'm going to learn how to use these because they really dictate my imagination. And yeah, you've got all the cards in there. And try not to drop them. And at the top of the pile there is Odin, and it just gives you a little thing at the bottom: omniscience, wisdom, poetry and language. And obviously, you know, you've got all the Norse gods in there. But so I'm going to read up and learn how to use these, which I'm really looking forward to. Yeah, as I say, that was a bit of a tangent there. I'm going to try and get this back in. And I'm actually looking forward to trying to do some more older sites which do have a Norse connection, because as you know, if you followed my earlier episodes, I've done a few places where I've picked up Viking Spirits. So, you know, I've got that link there, which I will never lose. That's part of my, you know, that's part of who I am. So, yeah, just as I was saying, with episode length of episodes, I'm going to try and what I'm aiming to do now, because as time gone on, we've got a bit longer and longer, and I like to try and keep people's attentions. I've seen others use these cards. Have you? Yeah, as I said, I'm delving into, you know, how to use these, so I'm really looking forward to working them and learning all about them. As I say, episodes, what I want to do is get the length down, so I'm going to be a bit more brutal with the editing. I might even split some stuff into 2 parts, which I did, funny enough, my own recording at the first visit to Pluckley with Paranormal Essex. What I ended up doing was splitting the one night into 2 separate episodes, which will be 2 short episodes. I'm going to sort of aim for the 30-minute mark, maybe 45 tops. Same with Tracy Cam. Well, I try and keep some of the banter in, but I'm going to try and keep that cut down to bits of interest. You know, when the alarm's gone off, when words have come through the ghost tube bat, where the EVPs have come through, all that sort of thing. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. After the stream, I will check out your videos for sure. Thanks a lot, buddy. Yeah, I'll do likewise. Yeah, I think we'll be talking some more. I've just got that feeling. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do, is get the episodes trimmed down, a bit more brutal with the editing, split them into 2 if I have to, you know, just to keep that attention span. Because I say sometimes when you're sitting down with some, I know for me, when I watch some of the other guys, and it's like, it was an hour there, like, you know, I'll probably have to watch halfway and then come back to it the next day or something. So that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, we're going to look to keep the episodes shorter, and what I'm going to do as well, starting from June, I'm going to move the episodes to a Wednesday, because at the moment the main episode is on the Thursday. I'm going to move the main episode to a Wednesday. Now, there was a reason for this. I think I explained in a previous video. Next month, June the 21st, is obviously hopefully the grand reopening of the country, where all our hospitality can go back to normal. Those of you that know me know I've been a DJ for donkey's years. I've lost 15 months' work, which I'm less than happy with our government about, because they didn't help me at all. That's completely another story. I'm going to be going back to work next month, fingers crossed, and I do need to earn the money, because I've got by, don't get me wrong, but I'd like to have that nice buffer zone, which gives me the opportunity to do things rather than tread water, which is the main thing I've missed. So, as I said, what I'm going to do, I'm moving my episode to a Wednesday, so that gives me maybe a Thursday night and or a Sunday night to do my recordings. Now it's going to muck about with the team a bit, so there might be several times when I'm probably recording on my own, or maybe with one other person. So again, there'll be a very much trimmed down thing, and that will also work well when I can go live. What I'm also probably looking to do is when I finish my DJing, because one of the nights is in sort of the Fulham area, and the other one will be up in Hertfordshire. So if I'm still, I agree with you. Yeah, mate, I do feel your pain. I'm quite lucky in one respect that I've got 2 jobs, which is also partly why I didn't get any money off the government. So the work I've had during the week has kept me treading water, and just enough so I've been able to go out and do all this filming. It's been just enough that I've been able to do that. But yeah, as I said, that extra bit that comes in, that will come in handy to clear a credit up. I've got a credit card to clear up, which hopefully I can do pretty quickly. I can then put money in the bank to go out and do more work on this side, because this has been so illuminating. When I started this, it was just to give myself something to do, learn new skills, and have a few cheap thrills and scare the willies off of myself. That was what I went. That's what I was thinking. And then to find myself helping spirits cross over, and the whole emotional side that come with it, was just something I did not expect. But since I've been doing that, I feel it's like it's like a mission. I feel that's something that's a path that I need to keep walking down. So I'm just going to have to sort of work around it. But as I said, episode's going to move to Wednesday. That will start from June, which is next week. That'll leave me Thursdays free to do a recording, or any live possibly. And I might even try and do some late night recordings from sites after I finish DJing, depending on how knackered I am, because I know the first few weeks I'm just going to be out of it. So yeah, that's where we are. And a couple of other things as well. Tracy Can, she's doing something really special now. Those of you guys that do TikTok, yeah, whereabouts are you? Dark Paranormal, whereabouts are you based? The reason I'll explain in more detail in a minute. But yeah, I sort of lost my train of thought a little bit. Oh, Kidderminster, oh crumbs. What I found was you need to be a little bit creative in what you look for, because when you do web searches for haunted locations, 9 times out of 10 you get old pubs, the insider places, and because of all the COVID restrictions we've had since last year, they're the places I haven't been able to do, so it's all been open ground. So you then need to turn a bit detective. Now, looking at places where there's been a violent history one way or the other, whether it's been a murder like myself when I did the Rettendon, the Terry Gooderham, which yeah, you need to turn detective. You need to look into your area, anything of interest that's happened. So whether that's any old battles, whether there's been a violent murder, or God forbid suicide, those sort of things where you're going to be left energy behind, that's the places you need to look. The case in point was Thorpe Bay, with the shooting that occurred there with Douglas Kirkcaldy. That was a good one. And also over at Shoebury Garrison, which in itself has got some paranormal stuff anyway, but there was there was something that happened in that there was an ammunition factory that blew up, and it killed for the officers, and I actually had, I know at least one of them came through that night. You know, this was last year. But if you go back to my Shrewsbury Part 2 episode, I mean, obviously I want you to watch Shrewsbury Part 1, just because it was our first outing into Shrewsbury, when I literally just had my Nicophonic cap and my K2. That was all I had. And we got some energy come through then. That weirdly has linked up with what we've just done in Shrewsbury a couple of weeks ago. Again, I'll cover that more in depth. So, yeah, just look into areas where there's been a history of something. Go down there, be creative with your detection equipment, with your communication equipment, ask relevant questions, see what comes through, and work from there. You know, that's what I've had to do. I'll have a quick look at Kidderminster to see if there's anything that comes up, and I'll probably post that in a vlog next week or something. So yeah, that's where we are now with episodes that are coming up. This Thursday is actually my second visit to St Peter's on the Wall, where we tie up what we discovered. No problem at all, mate. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, this Thursday will be the part 2. I know I've already seen part 4 from the live one, but this is actually part 2, where we tie up what happened with part 1. But I then went back for part 3. Yeah, yeah, there was just more activity up there than I thought. That's why we did so many. So that's what's coming up this Thursday. It's the second part of St Peter's on the Wall. Now, I've just edited, I think, all my Epping Forest stuff that I've done now. Yes. So, next week, when it's June, on the Wednesday, will be the first part of my Epping Forest recordings. I think there's 3-4 episodes in there. So, that's what I've got to jiggle the episodes that are already scheduled about, but it's no problem. So yeah, that's what's going to happen this Thursday. St Peter's on the Wall part 2. Next week, being June, it's Wednesday. That will be when the next episode comes up, or the first one for Epping. Yeah, I think that's kind of it. Yeah. Oh, right, this weekend. I might post up another quick vlog before then, but this weekend I'm going to go back to Epping. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, this weekend on a Saturday night, I'm looking forward to going back to Epping. I'll probably be on my own for that one as well, just to chase up an area where Dick Turpin was alleged to have hidden, and also there was a second pond that I wanted to check out. I'm going to go and look into that one as well, because as I walked down to Loughton Camp for that little live stream that I did, I kind of felt some funny energy around that pond. The rest of Epping Forest, all the bits that I went through I was fine with, but I did feel some funny energy. So I'm going to go back and check that one out. So that's Saturday. That'll be a normal recording, and then Sunday we're actually heading up to Borley, which is on the Essex-Suffolk border, and that was the most haunted part of Essex. Certainly up until Borley Rectory got knocked down, which is in the early 60s, I think. But there's still a lot of reports of stuff that's going on up there. So we're going to go there Sunday. I'm hoping we can go live on the Sunday night. Fingers crossed. I'm going to look into it. I'm going to do a second quick vlog this week to confirm whether it's going to go live or not. Alright. So, yeah, I'm going to leave that one there. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. As I say, Dark Paranormal, I will have a look and see if there's anything around Kidderminster that could be of interest to you. And I'll put that in as well. So, everybody, thanks for watching. As I say, Thursday, part 2, St Peter's on the Wall. We've got Tracer Cam as well on the Sunday night. And now if we'll be going live Sunday night, late Sunday night as well. That makes sense. Anyway, thanks very much, everybody. Also, oh yeah, sorry, forgot. Tracy and Tina, mentioned earlier, Tracy and Tina are doing a TikTok. Okay, well worth checking out because they're great girls, as you know, and they are called Moonwalk Paranormal. I think, I'm sure it is Moonwalk Paranormal, and go and check those girls out. It'll be some great stuff. So yeah, that's that one. Also, go and head over to see me mates over at Paranormal Essex. I think they've got a really good live stream coming up this weekend as well. So go over to their Facebook page and check out, see what they're doing. Brilliant. Okay, well, I'm going to leave it there. As I say, I'm going to try and get another quick vlog up this week. Just a quick update for the weekend. So we shall see you then. Take care. Good night. Thank you.